and wandering, and it was frustrating, and it caused a lot of my colonists to have mental breakdowns. And I couldn't slaughter the bastard because it was bonded to somebody. But every time I'd make up a caravan, because I was so new to the game back then, I kind of wouldn't realize or remember that Avalon was a problem. So I'd always just throw in any horses without looking. Like, you know, when you go through your animals, you can kind of go, oh yeah, well, these ones are bonded, but they're hauling animals or something like that. But why does everybody want to fight me tonight? Fucking fight you. Who are you? Bio. Alright. What are your bios? So just night owl though. No. No, I need to stop taking people. This is like true Rimworld addiction. It's like, what are you in this particular meeting for? It's like, I have a problem. I can't stop taking Rimworld colonists. At any opportunity, it doesn't matter if it's 1 or 5 or 50, I will steal people. And yeah, it's detrimental to my game. Like, it literally, the Rimworld game has given up, and it's just like, move on, stop taking people, and I'm just like, I just can't. 4 days, let's see, I don't know what's in this one, and I don't know where they're going. I'm assuming they're going down, and I'll figure this out as I go. There's a whole heap of people in here, and there's a lot of steel though. I'm guessing these ones are probably going up. I don't really want to grab stuff, but that is slate, that is steel. That's steel, that's too much. Phoenix is howling at something again. I don't know. He does that. It's cat business. Yeah, let's send you up. Well, that was a bit high up. No, that's right. I was just looking at the wrong place. I just thought I was sending them to Salvation for some reason. But yeah, no, that's correct. There's a stash of goods and there's 2 more, like, areas there. What are you doing, Phoenix? What are you howling at? He has returned, but he has questions. I can see it in his face. He has quizzical cat business. What are you doing? Is that so? You can't jump up. I know you want to. You can't jump up. Still streaming. He's getting lots of pats. Don't worry, everybody. No, can't jump up. Not right now. You gotta wait. It's like 2 more hours and then you can be all up in my shit, I guess. Let's see. I got the scanner I haven't used yet, and I've got the other, like, long range one I want to use. I also don't think that that's a great thing to have that close, but I haven't built it yet, so it's not a problem yet. I do want to bring up my turrets though. Oh, that reminds me too. I have... Oh yeah, they started to cull some of the mufflers. I guess they took stuff off everything already. I didn't really try to get them to drop it so that the animals can bring stuff in, but since they've dropped everything already... So I kind of want to send people back up. I want to send them back up before we get to winter, realistically. I don't really like sending caravans through winter, but I'm going to have to... Let's see, scientist will probably be a researcher. I am looking for people that can't cook. I need people that can cook to stay here. Herbalist, cave explorer, you'd be maybe a miner. Excavator would be a miner. Another scientist. You're probably hunter. Let's see. Butcher would be cook. Slaughter could be cook. What else we got in here? Shu's probably a warden. I know I sent Shu just down just now, so he's got to probably go back up. Unless he's able to cook, in which case I'll swap somebody out. But I know I've got a lot of animals, but I've kind of got to send them back up. Basically ASAP with stuff. How many is that? That's pushing a lot. That's like 2,000. I'd be better off separating the 2 lots. There's still a lot of animals left. Okay. So, stuff-wise, no hay. Let's see. Probably pretty good for pemmican in that amount. Rice is still good. Packaged survival meals. I would like some. Let's see. Medical stuff. I've probably got about 8 people in this group. Medical 8 should be fine. If I could take, I don't know, if I could take the hop sleeves and stuff like that up, that would be great. But I know that will feed my animals through winter, so they'll be fine. They don't have much steel. So what else can I take? I want to take turrets on this one. I do want to take my turret defenses up. Okay, that's actually just a fucking blip. Take the masterworks up. Those heaters are supposed to be getting destroyed. What else is in here? Got a lot of dead animals. I've got a lot of weapons, which we won't be probably using much on this particular thing. This will get this group attacked, by the way. Taking a whole shit ton of weapons like this. The silver, I could probably, I don't know. I have so much fucking food here. I'm not that concerned. Like, most people will buy stuff. Let's take about 6,000 with me. This one's definitely getting attacked. I do want to leave the rhino horn because I'm calling in for a shaman one. They will probably buy it. I would like to take, like, marble and slate out of here, but realistically I should take, like, medicals and other stuff out first. I guess I don't really have many people working on this shit here, so I guess it can come with me. I have so much fucking space on this thing, I don't even know what to do with it. I'm like, what do I even fill this shit with? I guess I could fill it with, like, fucking marble blocks and slate and shit. Psychic 2 pulses I need to stay here. The rest of the stuff should be getting deconstructed in storage. I'm gonna have to deconstruct those. Yeah, let's load up marble. Yeah, that's most of that. I would like it to be just like a tiny bit less. Like, just take it down to like that. It's not much, but it's like the difference of a little bit of speed for like a few blocks. And yeah, the rest of it I don't really have to worry about. I would like to take more steel up, but I do need some here for like basic repairs and shit over winter, any attacks, stuff like that. That is a hell of a fucking listing. Okay, that is going to be something. And yeah, I believe this location has a fuck ton of food. If not, it will. And now I've just got to check who's going on that caravan. Let's see, Falcon Ginseng, Majapora, Ellie, KB Lumi, Jobal, Takeo, Falcon, Mosh Loop. Nope, none of you lot. All sorts of work out. No. Wolf and Williams, Corpsey Huntsman, none of them. Somebody at the top. Fred, no. Snake, no. Jones, Bowman, Shoe. I know you're in the caravan. Okay. So, what is your bio? You do like 7 on cooking, but you're mostly a shooter. I would kind of like you to stay here. So, what about Bren? Are you in this caravan? No, and you're not a cook. You do social stuff. So, let's add you to the caravan. And where did Shoe go? Shoe's in here. Shoe, mate. I'm going to keep you in here for a minute so I can find people, because you're the easiest one to find. Let's see, Marjot. What's your stats? Yeah, you're perfect to go on this. Caravan. Val? Val should be a minor. Yep. Alright, that's fine. Let's see who else. There's a couple of people here. Ren, I've already looked at. What about you? Yeah, mining, crafting. You're perfect to go on this. What else have we got? There's Shoe there. And you, Mitz, you're obviously a cook. I selected the wrong person there. Yeah, I don't want you in this caravan. Let's remove you from the caravan. Okay. And look, what's his name? Shoe can probably go, because Mitz is like a 14 and Shoe's not. So I think they'll be alright. Nice freezer full of protein. Yeah, the only problem is I kind of sent my cooks to the wrong colony. And yeah, this is also their rec room. So it's definitely something. Welcome in, Pinky. How you been? What you been up to? I'm also kind of like low on space at this point, but there is a spot right there. So I mean, there's definitely one spot. There's space. I kind of just brought in 3 people that can kind of do cooking and butchering at like a really high level. So I'm kind of hoping that maybe they get some shit done. Because, yeah, I accidentally sent, I don't know, 18 people out of the colony and half of those are cooks. And I did keep like a good number of people that can do like, full of all the rest of like the harvesting and stuff. But yeah, I kind of fucked up. The chooks and was it cooks and butchers having fun in the freezer? Checks out. Yeah, well, pretty much. Let's see, which one is this? Ringer's Caravan. Which one is this going which way? There's a lot of food. There's like 9 days worth of food. We've got a lot of steel in it. This one's going up. I've got like, I don't know, 7 caravans out at the moment, so it's a bit of effort to remember who's going fucking where. But it's alright. I don't really need much in the way of like food. I could get pemmican, but I don't require it. I could get an extra donkey that would speed us up, but I don't have money for it. So yeah, I could sell food and trade it for an animal or whatever, but we should be fine. Move on. So yeah, I've got this group's nearly home. I've got a couple of things nearby. And all the way down here, I've got one going up, 2 going up. Let's see, one going down, one going down. And then in this one, I've got one preparing to go up, and in the other one, I've got one preparing to come down. So yeah, the people are food, not friends. No, I have a few cannibals in here, but they're not allowed to eat people, which is hilarious because like I've also got like a no drugs colony as well. So the fact that they're not allowed certain recreational devices and stuff really kind of sets them off, triggers them a little bit, which is kind of funny. I also ended up playing through on the weekend to test out because last week we got a little bit of like shuddering for the very first time. Like I've been playing this colony for 11 months, real world, and we were at 243 people, and it was just like I don't know. We kept getting like quick little pauses, which was interesting. I thought that my computer had reached its limit, but then I thought that maybe my graphics had it didn't update like the week beforehand. I thought maybe the new update was faulty. So anyway, I ended up playing around with the game without saving anything on the weekend, and it turns out that my computer's barely using fucking anything, which is hilarious. And I tried getting rid of like all the animals. I tried getting rid of my 2 location colonies. I tried getting rid of like all my plants, and then I tried getting rid of my people. The only playthrough that worked at fixing the pauses was removing the people, which was hilarious because I really did think that either my graphics or my computer were at their limit, and it's not. It's actually the game. So I had 243 people when we started tonight. I released a handful of prisoners. Someone died. I revoked several people's medical privileges across the entire bases, like across the 2 locations. So at some point we're going to have like a big battle, and it's a whole bunch of people that's just going to like randomly just drop dead because they won't get like any kind of medical care. And yeah, I'll have to deal with that. I think I may have selected like maybe 50 people instead of like 17, but that's fine. That's a later problem. It allows me to steal more people in the future. Plus, a few of the prisoners that didn't leave, we have had already join. So even though a couple of people left, a couple of people joined. Yeah, it's been a little bit of back and forth, honestly. But that's what it's been tonight. Eventually, I hope that since I can't have 250 colonists, since the game physically won't allow it, like my computer is capable, my graphics are capable, the game itself can't do it. So yeah, I pretty much have to give up on having 250 people, but I am going to roll it back to about maybe 225 people, since that was fine, and try to move forwards with that. I'm also curious too, if I had have got like 250 people really early, like really, really early, whether or not like all their social stuff would have been impacting anything as much. Because I do think this is a lot of it, because each person in my colony has over 200 social connections and stuff between them. The cannibal, but there's no long pork. Also alcoholic, but no drinks available. Mental break, hide in room. There's no room. Actually, there's rooms. That is one of the few things I've got. So this eyesore, literally, I've got like a fuck ton of beds. And the best thing is like when people are like shacking up together and, you know, you end up with like, what do you call it, relationships and stuff. That is the best thing when you get like two people in a particular bed or something. Like we've got, I'm not sure how many beds I've actually got at the moment. All these ones are made. I've got 48 times by 3, I guess. Hold up. That's my calculator. 48 times 3. So on this map so far, I've got 144 individual beds, and once I get the rest of it built, I should have 192 beds, which should kind of check out since there's like a very small percentage, like, I don't know, I'd say 1 in 8, 1/8 percentage of my colony are couples. So it should be kind of enough bedrooms, I hope. Plus, there's medical and prison, so between it all, there should be enough. My room is occupied by a Thrumbo, and it poops on my pillow. No, it poops on its own fucking pillow. Honestly, they've got little bedroll things, and they can't like get all the way onto like beds and shit. Like the rooms are pretty small, but considering I've got over 200, fucking knows how many people I've got now because some people have died and left, but I'm gonna estimate probably about 235 colonists, give or take. There's a pretty rough estimate there, but like with that and the sheer amount of bedding I've got, private rooms for each colonist, coupled bedrooms, stuff like that. I've got like medical areas. Like they're not in a bad situation, you know. A lot of human leather. You know what? I get quests every so often where they're like, would you mind giving us like 75 or 90 something like human leather for this specific item? And I'm like, how about you go fuck yourself? Because I'm not killing my colonists. Like, it doesn't matter what the item is. I don't care if I need a healing mech serum. I don't give a shit if I've got to resurrect somebody to save them. Like, the answer is no. Like, that's the funniest part about, like, when you commit to what you people are allowed to do for, like, the lifetime of their existing colony, is they're not allowed to eat people. They're not allowed to harvest anything. They're not allowed to have any kind of drugs. I had ambrosia, which I know a lot of people don't really like frown upon that, but drugs also include any of the drugs that are for like benefiting like battle as well. So, you know, when you like you get your people amped up on like go or flake or whatever and kind of like get them like pumped to fight. Like my people aren't allowed that. So it's quite interesting. Link's Revenge, they'll be fine. Yeah, more often than not, I have like enemies. Oh, that reminds me. That's what I'm trying to do is... Where did I put it? Is it on this map? No, it's on this one. I made a drug launcher. Hold up. Where is it? Yeah, I'm making a drug launcher because I keep getting people leaving drugs in here and I've got fucking ambrosia, but they won't cut it. They just keep harvesting it, which is annoying. I've tried putting down areas. Sometimes they'll clear it away. Sometimes it will come back. Is that a lamb? There's a lamb. Fuck, that's tiny. But yeah. The other thing too is like they're allowed to have like basic entertainment. Like I don't think I've built it yet or it's fucking hard to see, but these are like poker tables. They're allowed to gamble, right? They're allowed to do that. They're allowed to have friendly games, stuff like that. Bombs. I don't have any bombs. Actually when it comes to like, what do you call it? Security stuff. So I make mini turrets, and that's about it. I don't make auto cannon turrets. I don't make the slug turrets. I don't make mortars. I do sometimes make these like little like EMPs and stuff like that. I had that on one of my maps. It was great. I have not made that on any of these maps for Asora yet. I didn't get to that stage with my last colony of Nido. They imploded, but that's fine. I don't make spike traps. I have made barricades in the past, and my enemies use them always against me, so I stopped using them. Sandbags I don't use either. I also don't trust my colony to, what do you call it? I don't trust them to have incendiary launchers. I don't trust them to have any of like, you know, the charge rifles or anything like that. I I just don't trust these people. Like, you turn around for like 1 minute and somebody's slapping somebody else upside the head, and somebody's screaming at somebody else's food, and there's a cat meme involved, and yeah, there's just stuff's going on all the time. With this many people, there's always something. And meanwhile, my cannibal beer fueled colony is having fun while replacing livers with ones taken from raiders. So my offline colony of Hatora, before I started streaming, I had this big colony of Hatora that was like 170 people. And I did have beer production. I had psych tea production. I had some other stuff in there. I think I had smoke leaf and something else. Not likely Voz. This is an instance where Voz wants ambrosia, and Voz ain't gonna get ambrosia. But yeah, I ended up making stuff on there, and all my cats ended up completely with like cirrhosis, with like completely tanked out on alcohol. And then the the chem fuel. All my thrombos ended up completely wasted on fucking chem fuel all the time. So that was fun. But yeah, this is essentially what happens when somebody wants some kind of recreational drug of any kind in my colony. Does not matter what that is they're going to get their ass handed to them. They're going to get bitch slapped around a little bit and put into hospital. Worst case scenario, they get put into jail. And I'm well aware that I can arrest them and I can release them and no harm, no foul. But that's not how I play this. They can rot in jail while they have a think about the decision. Because yeah, no drugs. This is the fun part. It's like when you actually have to commit to, like, they're not allowed to have beer at a social event. They're not allowed to have a psychic tea to chill out. They're not allowed to have any kind of drugs to help them on the battlefield. I could just imagine if my entire colony could drug out for a fucking battle. It would be absolutely brutal for anybody attacking me. But, like, it's interesting because it makes it a challenge. It makes it its own kind of challenge. The oppressive, brutal regime, no fun allowed. Hey, at least I'm not snapping off legs and feeding it back to them, like, while they're in prison, just so they can't, like, get up and wander away. Or, actually, what happens if you feed human to a non-cannibal? What happens in Rimworld? Because I have not done that. I know they have, like, a complete bitch fit when you give them kibble. That is always hilarious. When somebody has to eat kibble out of the blue, and they're just like, why am I eating this? It's horrible. And I'm like, why did you eat it? You made a decision. Committed to it 120% when you nibbled on that. But that's barely doing anything. I am buying, right? Yep. Alright, take me up to 200. 3. 4, almost. I just want to take the extra pemmican. I don't need it. But actually, I probably can't afford it, can I? What have I got on me? I got rice. I got all sorts of fucking... What have I got? I've got horses. Now, let's just ignore that. Let's move on. Alright, let me go back to my fucking colony. It's like a human, like, harsh mood debuff. Probably throw off it. Nothing good. Oh god, the head. Can fix it. Can't fix it. See, when I was trying through the different scenarios over the weekend to see how to progress with this colony, since we had, like, the couple of pauses and stuff going on, the biggest thing I had fun with was I murdered all of my prisoners and several colonists, and I kind of, like, I don't know, butchered them up, and they flipped the fuck out. They just, more than half of my colony just went absolutely fucking rage. Like, I don't care if somebody's a pyromaniac or having a food binge, they can do that. I don't really care. But yeah, the rest of it, there's some things I don't allow them to do, and there's pretty solid consequences in the space for it. You two could recruit in any time, you know that, right? Thinking about it. How's my caravans going? 2 going up. They could probably catch up to each other. Where are we? Yeah, they're nearly up. And what are you two doing? You're nearly there, actually, but I've got another caravan that should be going out here. Oh, yeah. This one should actually be quite big. It's got 29 animals. I'm taking all of my mini turrets that I've got already pre-lifted, and I'm going to take them up to Qulin and set them out. I'm really hoping it's not going to happen by winter. I don't have enough animals here to pick up everything and just go. But what I do want to do is I kind of want to get to a point where I can kind of like just remove everything from this map and just get it gone. That's what I want to do. So, any other thing too is I noticed that there's a whole heap of unfinished stuff. I know that that stops them from doing shit and whatever. They'll figure it out. But there's a whole bunch of benches that I have currently set. Oh, they did end up taming. I've got a whole bunch of benches I've currently got set up not to be getting used at the moment. Let's see. There's something else in here. I said for that to get removed, that to get removed. Anything else? This chem fuel that's getting produced all the time. I'm pretty sure I saw like part of a weapon. I was going through. There was clothes and then there was like components and shit, but I don't see any of that in here. I don't see partially finished components in this area, which makes me think that's up here. There they are. That won't be getting made at the moment. Oh, I've got two of them here. Get rid of those. And I don't have stuff to make that. I keep seeing them when I'm doing stuff. And I guess they're probably almost finished that, so that's fine. Let's go find new recruit. Having a few augmented Luciferium fueled melee pawns that you keep cryoslept when not needed. Unleash that shit hits the fan into murder whole 70 plus part drop raid while losing a couple limbs. So yeah, no, I don't use Luciferium at all. I pretty much, that's one of the few ones that it doesn't matter which playthrough I play on, I stay the fuck away from that. Where did this guy go? He ran off while I was looking sideways. But yeah, I don't use that, and I don't use the cryo sleep chambers or the sarcophagus or whatever either. They're two of the few things that I don't actually use on pretty much any of my playthroughs. Not Turk, not Snail, hold on. You were... that was a B. Not Burrow, you. Where's your Night Owl? I knew I had one. I had to set up properly. Let's see. You're up here. And no drugs. Get you to be attack mode. Alright. And you're on a nighttime schedule. Okie dokie. Well, let's get you set up for nighttime. So, yeah, I don't know. My, the other thing too is this particular colony, until we get to the off-world flag or until they kill each other, like, I'm not changing anything about this, like, status quo of the playthrough. Just because, like, it's also, I don't know, it's fucking hard to, like, literally play through something for as long as, like, this is 11 months so far, right? 11 real-world months that I've been playing Asora. And it's a fair bit of work to remember not to, like, let them do this or, like, not let them have that or whatever. And also kind of, like, remember... I don't remember everybody, but, like, some of these people, I do remember what the fuck some of them do. What are you doing? You're doing hunting. Yeah, alright. Let's see. Let's, what do you call it? I've also kind of, like... out of all the people that I have listed as I will cull, some of them are just random, right? Some of them have got, like, I don't know, if I click on Ida, for example, like, she's got fast learner, slowpoke aesthetic. You've got tortured ass, good mud. Those two are going to tantrum, right? Some of these people are on a cull list because they're highly likely to tantrum because of whatever their beef is. Some of them are on a safe list because they've got, like, well trained into specific things. Some people on safe lists because they are a legacy character. Other people because they are members of my community on Twitch and stuff like that. Like, I've found people with the names and captured them. Having high maintenance, attic weird ones in your colony is fun. Not really. Not if you're trying to play drug-free. It's just frustrating because, like, they just go into tantrums and break shit all the time. And mind you, this is the thing they want to fucking break. This piece of shit here, I don't know what it is with